All right, before we get into this fantastic offensive set, just want to let you guys know that the full meta stuff is in the members area. Okay, full scheme breakdowns, gun bunch offset, wild trips path, the dime defense, nickel defense, all kinds of stuff in there for you guys to use in Madden 25, and even in college football we have that stuff in there too. Now we're in the Saints offensive playbooks, and these plays in this playbook are pretty good. So if you're rocking the Saints offense, give this play a try. Really good. Actually, there's more than just this play. Okay, so you'll have the Y trail, you're gonna have flood, drive, you'll have, I mean, just those plays, but it's all you really need in this game. You kind of do need verticals, so you'll have to use another formation for that, but for the most part you can make any play at verticals if you know what you're doing. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the Y trail. If you're struggling against the man blitzes, let's just say pinch buck zero, this play will torch. It's kind of like China post from trips tight end. All right, now B route is our money route, but how do we get B route open? If we max protect by pressing LB right stick up, we max protect because it's the man blitz. You'll notice that there will be a zone on the field. So if you try to throw this guy, look, you're throwing it right into his zone. So trying to max protect, it's gonna be a little bit difficult. It's a little bit tricky. I say if you're gonna max protect, you always go outside. So let's say we motion this guy across and we have him here. We just put him on an out route and then we'll stem him, right like this. So we'll have inside, outside leverage with RB, X, right out, and then B route. And you can look for the B route or you can look for your underneath route. So here, he gets separation here and we'll just hit the out route like this if they're man blitzing you heavy. Now, if you can get away with this, what I would recommend, always slide protect away from your blocked running back. So LB, L1, right stick to the right, like this. And then we let the play fly. It's man blitz and we look for B right here. He gets a separation right here. Boom, and it's touchdowns, bro. Get what I'm saying? It's like China post, just like China post. And it's the Saints doing it. And we're doing it against the Panthers. So it's two bad teams, right? Fighting each other. Alternatively, you have the X route. Now remember, this is man blitz, so I would imagine it's over the top outside coverage like cover one. So be careful throwing this X route because you might not get that leverage. Right here, we do. Now you can throw underneath by pass leading down. So you know it's over the top coverage. They shouldn't be underneath your wide receiver. So you can just throw down and angle it down. And we missed that. You guys get what I'm saying, right? Hold the left stick down into an angle. Bottom left is what I would do. I'll do it again right here. Right here. Oh, almost, man. Just bad receivers. You also have your running back, man. You don't really need to keep him. You see what we have in options here? We have the Texas. So you'll have the Texas here, which it loves to cook. Well, he actually waited for him, so that was brilliant. You have Texas. You also have out routes. Remember that? So just a simple out route here. Cook, go underneath, and take off up. You know, you're probably gonna get a lot of yards, and sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. It just depends on the situation. But this play right here just cooks man defense, and it loves to. Let's not forget your tight end here, okay? Your tight end kind of cooks. Go ahead and high point that. They nerfed high point passes, but I feel like if you use a really bad team, those guys really don't overthrow the high point passes. It's weird to think about, I know. But this play is phenomenal. It's a classic. It's one that I like to use religiously. And it's what I would use against all man variants. So this would be the play right here, okay? Now, if you saw the plays in the playbook, you have flood, which is a good one for good zone defense. So let's just talk about flood right here. See, and the cool thing, let's just say cover three. Cool thing about flood is the out route kind of goes deep already. And you already have the guy in a clear out setup, meaning the B route, you don't need to motion him out like bunch, right? He's already there. So right here, you just read underneath. Now, if you want, you could take RB and stem him a little bit further just to be sure, to be safe. Or if you need the extra yards, we can do here, and then we can just high point over here, money right there on the edge of the side. You see what I'm saying? Like the bad teams can throw the high point passes, which is insane to me. The QBs with the abilities, bro, can't do that well. Alternatively, you have your running back to come underneath to really cook underneath, bro. And people do not pay attention to running backs until they're forced to, which opens up those out routes again. You know what I'm saying? It opens up the out routes again. So this play in a nutshell is going to be one of those that you can run to against zone. And let's just check it against, like, we did cover three. Let's do Tampa 2, but let's be in like pity, okay? Tampa 2. Now remember, the soft squats do back up, okay? They back up kind of far, just stop. So remember that. You probably have to come to A. I'll tell you what, we'll go ahead and throw the out route against that soft squat, and let's just see how far back he does back up, okay? But we got to stem this guy for sure. So let's just stem him one, and let's watch. Here, you'll have to high point past that. You see that? You see the squats actually back up that far to your stem. So hitting the flat is going to be more beneficial. However, alternatively, you still have your running back underneath dump offs, bro. There's like the main thing that I love to throw in this game are the dump offs. Now, the Texas route do come in handy. So we could Texas this guy, right? And then put A on a streak like this. Always put the opposite guy on a streak. This pushes the defense backwards, son. I can't stress that enough that the opposite receiver always goes on a streak. The closest receiver, tight end, wide receiver, whoever's there. Always. I didn't put him there. But for the most part, I get away with it here because we already have the out route going kind of on a streak, forcing the defense back. So we have that. But like I said, if you don't want to risk it, you can just do what I did with the tight end. And then you just come underneath right here. Boom. And it's going to work against cover 3, cover 2, cover 4. The user's going to have to sit low. Okay. Now, as far as the other routes, you'll have post, corner. You can do whatever you want. So like say we run post, we have a post there. You'll have to run a clear it on the left side and try to make that work with a drag and the post. The only problem with teams like the Saints is anything deeper than what we need to do, like 20 yards, 15 yards, your quarterbacks are going to struggle 100% of the time. And these guys are going to look like they don't know how to run the routes. Okay, so right here, back to the smart route. We can go right stick up again, but you have to be careful. And we can just try to go underneath too. Boom. We'll have our drags. Take what they give you, man. Take what they give you. Don't be the hero. Okay, you don't need to be the hero. And that's the flood play. Alternatively, you have the mesh style concept already played. So you'll have drive with a corner route. Let's just go ahead and try cover 3 sky. Let's just see what happens from 3-4 odd. Let's see, does the corner route actually put in work? Corner route doesn't put in work because of the match concept. So, which means that you'll have to run a flat. Okay, you'll have to run a flat there, a flat route. So what we could do is here, we know that RB, this guy's right here. You'll notice it's your tight end running the corner route, but look how low the corner route is. The only problem is you'll see these guys already going out there, right? You'll have to high point and pray. The only thing I recommend is you try to stem him a little bit further, bro. Maybe that far. And then this, right? Now, here's your problem. Your problem is going to be the timing. Remember, we're using bad teams, which means they're offensive pass rush, bro. Crazy, son. But if you get it, you can get it to the sidelines like that. You see where I'm going with that right there. And then alternatively, you have inside zone. So boom. Inside zone timeout, one of the best run plays in the game from a lot of the formations. Now the run game is a lot harder to do in this game, but for the most part, man, it's one that you blend in all the time. Now the playbook, this formation doesn't have a lot of options. I remember last year the Buccaneers had the motion plays from, I think it's this formation, could be wrong, but you do have bunch wide flex, which I don't recommend either, but bunch X nasty is a good one that you need to be using. We have the wild trips nasty, which is decent as well. And the reason I say that is because they have dagger whip. Dagger whip is a really good play. You need these whip routes. You need the whip routes to compete. And then you'll have like double cross, motion halfback out. I mean, you got all these plays here, and you got tight Y off, which is another good formation. You have the inside zig routes with angle routes already. So if you don't have the abilities to run a Texas, you can do it there. And then we have tight base flex. This one has the motion angle, and I want to say this one right here is going to be cooking against like the defenses like cover 1, right? Because you'll have these corner routes right here. Now, how does this corner route break? I don't know. We can look. Yeah, he breaks kind of nice. So plays like that in the Saints playbook, take advantage. Use the plays that I'm showing you, man, because they're kind of they kind of cook. Let's see what this RB route does. I imagine 3-red cook slows a lot of this down right here. But we can go underneath. You get the vibe. It's kind of like a Texas route, but he kind of goes out like he's going to a flat and then he comes back. You see what I'm saying? Like he's going on a swing route or something, like a motion swing. And then we just hit him like this. So those formations within the playbook are going to kind of, blend it all in. Drop a like on today's video, man. Appreciate everybody, man. Peace.